The War of 1861 has settled the issue of secession, that states cannot secede. It settled through brute force. 600,000 people lost their lives. Now, once it's settled that states cannot secede, well, then the federal government can do anything it wants to the states. It's very much like in the case of a marriage. That is, if we make it so that your wife cannot divorce you, then you can treat your wife any way that you want to because, well, she has no alternative. That's the same thing was settled by the same thing happened as a result of the War of 1861. Now, many people say that Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation freed the slaves, and many people say, well, that's the cause of the war. Well, nothing can be further from the truth. And if you read the Emancipation Proclamation, it explicitly frees slaves only in those states that were in rebellion against the Union. It didn't free slaves in Maryland, didn't free slaves in Delaware, didn't free slaves in Kentucky. And as a matter of fact, in Louisiana, it only freed slaves in those parishes that were on the side of the Confederacy. Some of the parishes were on the side of the Union, and those slaves were not free. Matter of fact, Abraham Lincoln's, I think his Secretary of State, told him that, Mr. President, we've freed slaves where we have no power to do so, and have not freed them where we do have the power to do so. And the reason why, sorry, the reason why Lincoln wrote the Emancipation Proclamation was because at the time, the war was going very badly for the Union. And the Confederacy was negotiating with England and France to enter the war on their side. And so, but however, France and England, they had freed their slaves. And so Lincoln thought it was a wonderful strategy, and it was a successful strategy, that to write the Emancipation Proclamation so that if England and France came in on the side of the Confederacy, it would appear as though they were supporting slavery. And so Lincoln was not he was not the kind of president that many Americans think he is.